Please be seated. As Vice President for Teaching, Learning and Students, it's my very great pleasure to welcome you to the University of Manchester and the splendid surroundings of the Whitworth Hall for this graduation ceremony. To start with, I'd like to welcome our graduates, whose magnificent achievements and hard work we're here today to celebrate. We're also delighted to see so many family and friends joining us at this graduation. My own son and daughter graduated from this university, so I have some personal understanding of the requirements of friends and family. I have to inform you, unfortunately, that for the Bank of Mom and Dad, the withdrawals will continue. We thank you for the support and encouragement you have given to our graduates during their studies, which has been so important to their success. You can be extremely proud of what they have achieved. Turning to those graduating today, my own daughter, as I said, graduated from this university from, in fact, a degree in drama. You might like to know. So I look forward. Yay! I knew this was going to be a noisy occasion, but that's great. We should celebrate. So we are here to celebrate your academic achievements and giving well-deserved recognition for all the hard work and effort you put into your studies. You can be proud from graduating to the University of Manchester, now ranked 35th in the world rankings, the highest since the rankings began in 2003. And that should be set aside a strong historic tradition as well. This is where Rutherford split the atom. This is where Kilburn and Williams invented the programmable computer, and of course, we can't go without mentioning both Gaiman and Nobel, and Nosalov for their Nobel Prizes in the invention of graphene. You might like to add to your knowledge of graphene that in fact they got the freedom of the city, which means they can actually graze their sheep on the campus. Now, while these academic achievements should be noted and applauded, the university places achievement in education alongside those in the field of social responsibility. And I would just like to draw to your attention that in March this year, we celebrated 10 years of equity and merit scholarships, where we award master's programs to exceptional individuals to some of the world's poorest countries. And the University School Giver Initiative, which supports schools and colleges through our own alumni and colleagues helping out in those schools and colleges, had reached 500 by the time I spoke last week, but I was informed that it's updated now to a staggering 600 of our colleagues support schools in that manner. And in fact, this was recognised by the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service last year, which is the highest award a voluntary group can receive. And I want to put your achievements alongside those of the university, because you're about to become our most important ambassadors, our alumni. The Alumni Association will help you remain in contact with the university, linking to you with a community of nearly 250,000 around the world, working across the world. So obtaining your degree is a hugely important milestone, and you should celebrate your success. But this is the beginning of your journey with the Association of Manchester, not the end. Now, in a moment, I will meet each of you in person as you are presented and graduate. And I just thought I would pose this question to you. I found it quite interesting in recent years that the traditional thank you very much, changed to cheers, and even cheers, mate. But this week, for reasons I don't fully understand, the refrain has become nice one. And even this morning, thanks, boss. So I'll leave it to you to decide what is appropriate. I shall look forward to meeting you all in person in a moment. But first of all, I'd like to invite the head of SALC, Professor Cesario, to say a few words on behalf of the school. Al.
Vice President, colleagues, graduates, and your families and friends, as head of the School of Arts, Languages and Cultures, I'm delighted to congratulate those of you graduating today on your success in obtaining your degrees. Colleagues in the school are extremely proud of what you have achieved. They worked closely with you for 3 or 4 years or more. Some of you graduating today have studied with us for your BA, MA, and PhD, meaning that you've shown loyalty to the university and the school for over 7 years. You've become very much part of our academic community. Many of you are being awarded a PhD today have also been graduate teaching assistants, working alongside us in teaching our undergraduates, so that you're our valued colleagues as well as our inspiring students. We hope that you found your time here intellectually and academically stimulating, because whatever else studying for a degree gives you, the experience should have been one where you found yourself both challenged and excited. I'm extremely grateful to my colleagues for having given you that experience. For many of you, I have no doubt it will have transformed your lives, whether you already know it or not. I therefore ask you all to join me in thanking the teaching and support staff for all their efforts and dedication during your time with us. Thank you on their behalf. The ceremony is held in our magnificent Whitworth Hall, testimony to a remarkable tradition of philanthropy and social responsibility, which reminds us of the bold Victorian aspirations and hopes for our university. It also reminds us that the subjects you studied for your degrees have a long and distinguished record at this institution. I'm delighted to say that today art history, music and drama are flourishing and are known for their excellent teaching and research. In research terms, art history at Manchester is currently judged as in the top 4 art history departments in the country. Drama is currently ranking 3rd among the drama department, and music is also in the top group. Students have consistently voted their colleagues in art history, drama and music are amongst the best teachers at university, with very high rankings in the Complete University Guide. As an example of the experience you gained here, some of our graduating art history students have worked on preparations for an exhibition this spring of the work of Marcantonio Raimondi, one of the leading printmakers of Italian Renaissance. It was organized by David Morris, Head of Collections at Whitworth, and Dr. Edward Wook, Senior Lecturer in Art History and Visual Studies. The University Galleries, the Whitworth, which closed in 2013, was reopened 2 years ago, after a £15 million development which has transformed the gallery, doubling its size and creating new spaces and embraced the park, putting Manchester on the map as one of the top centres in the UK. The choice of Maria Bolscher, the director responsible for the Whitworth Renaissance, as head of the Tate Galleries in London a few months ago, testifies to the importance of her work here. And I'm very happy to announce that both Maria and the director of our splendid Manchester Museum, Nick Merriman, have accepted to become honorary professors of museum studies in the school. Over the past 3 years, many of you, or at least many in your families, will have wondered whether a degree in a humanities subject was a wise investment. Especially in the yes, it is. So I'll give away the punchline. Especially in the current economic climate. It was arguably the best decision you have made so far, both in personal and professional terms, and one that I'm convinced you will have no cause to regret. As the philosopher Martha Nussbaum cogently argues, the study of arts and humanities subjects fosters the critical thinking necessary for independent action and intelligent resistance to authority, and enables the development of qualities such as imagination and empathy, which are the essential foundations of democracy. The humanities are not just a broad spectrum of fascinating and ever-growing texts, topics, and artifacts and practices. They are also, and perhaps even more importantly, a form of knowledge, a set of epistemic protocols, a specific approach to all aspects of the human experience at the individual and social level, which is based on unquenchable curiosity and openness, relentless exploration of facts, and sophisticated interpretation. In a world where the frontiers of knowledge change faster than at any other time in human history, this methodological foundation will be the most precious skill you have acquired here, and the one that will enable you to branch out in very different directions over the course of your life with full confidence in your abilities. But let me put this concept in another way, in the words of our own inimitable professor of creative writing, Jeanette Winterson. The imagination and creativity, which are the hallmark of the humanities, are not the flowers on the table. They're not even the table. They are the very ground on which we stand as human beings. If creativity is a luxury, human beings are a luxury too. Indeed. This is also why, unsurprisingly, arts and humanities graduates are also much sought after in the labour market. This year we hosted a lecture and seminar by Sir John Cunliffe, Deputy Governor of the Bank of England, and one of the most senior and respected economic policy makers now at the bank and previously Treasurer. He talked about the invaluable grounding that his study as an undergraduate in Manchester gave him. He graduated with a BA in English Literature and the final project on Oscar Wilde and the Bible. The ability to dissect a text or an argument, intellectual curiosity and creativity, a taste for the unexpected, the willingness to engage with multiple point of views, cultural tradition and aspirations, to mention but a few, are the defining feature of arts graduates, and the reason why they're highly employable. Whether you have studied art history, drama, music, or any other aspect of the arts and humanities, what arguably unites you is an interest in what makes us human, the creation of identity, creativity, what it means to be part of humanity. You have studied some of the most controversial and exciting topics of our time, such as different forms of artistic expression, issues of gender and sexuality, the relationship between the local and the global, between past, present, and future. They signal the university's commitment to exploring the grand challenges of the day, and they ensure that you will be ready to engage with fellow human beings in a responsible, aware, and intellectually astute manner. We believe deeply in the educational mission of the university, and I'm therefore pleased to confirm that the school will again offer this year a £3,000 bursary to any student graduating from the university with a first-class degree who registers on one of our MA programs. Graduation is also a moment to celebrate distinguished achievement. Students this year have produced some outstanding work, and I'm pleased to announce the following prizes. The Adam Kay Prize for Best History of Art dissertation goes to Rose Pryor and Miriam David. You'll get something, but not now. The Tony Jackson Prize for Outstanding Student Citizenship goes to Anna Davies and Catherine Miller. The David Meyer Prize for Outstanding Dissertation goes to Roma Havers. The Viv Gardner Prize for Outstanding Academic Achievement goes to Bethany Woods. The Mira Sial Prize for Outstanding Practical Work goes to Philippa Franks. The Hargraves Prize for Musicology and Analysis goes to George Irwin. The Hargraves Fund Prize for Composition goes to Bethany McLeish. The Hargraves Fund Prize for Dissertation goes to Catherine Bloomer. The Proctor Gregg Prize for Final Year Recital goes to Peter Shipway and Elizabeth Brightwell Gibbons. The P.J. Leonard Prize for Electroacoustic Composition goes to Sarah Keel. The Keith Elcom Prize for Outstanding Academic Achievement goes to Joseph Robson. The Dean's Award for Academic Achievement goes to Florence Badley and Bethany Woods. And finally, we're very proud to announce a special award. The President and Vice Chancellor Distinguished Achievement Awards for students who demonstrate outstanding commitment to their studies for achievements both within and outside of the curriculum. This award goes to a student who has devoted herself to an impressive range of community-based projects across Greater Manchester and overseas, while producing academic work of the highest quality. She acted as principal music leader for a project working with children of Roma heritage, gamelan assistant for music therapy sessions at the Seashell Trust, piano teacher with the charity Budwings Network, and music leader on summer projects for children in Romania. As a klezmer musician, she has made a major contribution to the local Jewish community, playing for religious celebration, weddings at bar and bat mitzvahs, organizing concerts at Heathlands Home, and performing at the Jewish Museum. She was invited to present a paper on her Roma work at a specialist conference in New York. So the Humanities Distinguished Achievement Award for Postgraduate Taught Student of the Year goes to Eleanor Sherwood. On a more practical note, the school's web and social media officer has asked me to remind you that the school is running a graduation selfie competition. So please tweet us your selfie if you want to take part, but I should add the selfies should not be taken during this ceremony. After the ceremony, I invite you all to join colleagues for a reception in graduation marquee. As you receive your diploma, you leave this state of student and enter a new phase of your relationship with the University of Manchester. We very much hope that you will continue to be an active part of the extended community of alumni and supporters, to nurture an interest in the life of the university and the students who fill in your steps, to take pride in the collective achievements of this great and noble institution. The loyalty, support, and goodwill of our students is the foundation of our future. Please keep in touch with us and visit us when you're back in Manchester. We wish you the very best of luck for the future, and we look forward to hearing how you're doing. Thank you very much.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Yvonne Louise Eccles. Neil MacDonald. Sanna Raninen. Daniel Saul. And for the degree of Master of Arts in Art Gallery and Museum Studies, Olivia Francis Heron. Alice Mary Keane. And in art history, Olivia Catherine Bashich. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in History of Art with honours, Georgia Lucy Adams. Juran Ann. Ekaterina Avakieva. Florence Badley. Daisy Bellamy. Harriet Buse. Kate Francesca Blythe. Jujin Kao. Isabel Casey. Isabella Grace Cohen. Miriam David. Lua Dai. Olivia Adelina Stewart Drage. Rebecca Jane Evans. Yuan Fang. Susanna Farrell. Emily Charlotte Fryer. Isabel Christine Helen Heikkinen. Beatrice Carol Howe. Freya Alice Keating. Sunbel Kokar. Katarina Kornichuk. James Robert Lee. Frances Victoria Liddle. Harriet Claire Long. Grace Helen McKeith. Helena Maxwell Jackson. Edward McLean Bibby. Robert Molyneux. Elizabeth Monaghan. Kizzy Elodie November. Lucia Opaterna. Rose Pryor. Oliver Robert Foster Raw. Isabella Ross. Rebecca Smith. Anna Symington. Katie Turton. Alexis Watkins.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Screen Studies, Adam Jacob Burgess. And in Theatre and Performance, Caitlin Gleeson. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Drama with Honours, Leah Adkins. Poppy Ann Averson Fell. Phoebe Clark. Emma Rachel Cleave. Genevieve Ann Crean. Hannah Claire Davies. Elizabeth Hamilton. Jessica Harkin. Alex Hurst. James Kelly. Neja Kovacic. Oliver Maynard. Anya Ryan. Ellis Shotton. Luke Smith. Keris Elizabeth Spilsbury. Dominic Mark William Varney. Alexander Wilson Goldsmith. And in drama and English literature with honours, Rebecca Bairstow. Flora Constance Barker. Jake Bentham. Paige Chloe Bradburn. Eve Eleanor Chaplin. Rianne Coburn. Roisin Coleman. Elsa Corrie Roke. Madeline Cookson. Florence Dessau. Hannah Dillon. Philippa Michael Franks. Dedham Joanna Gormus. Jack Harrison. Roma Lauren Havers. Nathaniel Hutchinson. George John. Joseph Jordan. Alice Helen Loisel. Gus Mallet. Catherine Miller. Mia Nutjens. Lucy Hannah Oglesby. Eliana Ostro. Georgia Phillips. Chloe Violet Ross. Laura Rachel Sagar. Sophia Ann Siddiqui. Natalie Jane Smith. Daisy Stubbings. Jackie Sykes. Venetia Taylor. Toby Turnbull. Bethany Woods. And in Drama and Screen Studies with honours, Amy Anderson. Laura Amy Rose Arnott. Reginald Jack Chelsom. Robert Gibbs. Rosie Harris. Sarah Hyam. Hannah Jarrah. Rachel Kipling. Fergus James McPhee. Sophia Grace Marshall. Patrick Middleton. Tallulah Palfreyman. Freya Peddy. Tara Sanders. Eleanor Kate Scopes. Jason Spencer. Sarah Jane Toms. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in European Studies and a Modern Language, Portuguese, with honours, Casper Max Bars. I'm so sorry. Catherine Cranfield for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Drama with honours. Sorry, there's a lot of names on that list.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Master of Music in Musicology, Samuel Flynn. Victoria Louise Harley. Daniel Mawson. Eleanor Sherwood. And for the degree of Bachelor of Music with honours, Laura Akehurst. Lydia Cicely Baldwin. Tamsin Barnett. Anne-Sophie Blinbolt. Catherine Bloomer. Louise Bracken. Matthew Brew. Elizabeth Brightwell Gibbons. James Rocky Kirby Bullin. Seren Byrne. Amy Carrick. Joe Chesterman March. Emma Creeley. Andrew Davies. Grace Davis. Emma Doherty. Sean Anthony Fay. Hester Filer. Shannon Emma Gately. Eliora Goodman. Jack Oliver Greenslade. Hannah Greenwood. Thomas Gwynn. Jack Hawkins. James Heathcote. Lucy Hibbard. Louis Javier Howells. James Eyeball. George William Irwin. Chloe Jackson. Sarah Eleanor Curl. Maeve Therese Kennedy. Abigail Kitching. Francesca May Louise Lamond. Maria Locke. Matthew George Lomax. Anya Ellen Mallon. Daniel McKenna. Bethany McLeish. Alice Miller. Matthew Thomas Mitchell. Anna Mitchin. Georgia Organ. Megan Brianna Owen. Peter Owen. William George Padfield. Jennifer Parker. Sophie Price. Holly Amun Randhawa. Emma Rosamond Lillian Roberts. Joseph Robson. John Ronan. Samuel Glynn Saunders. Philip Sayers. Judith Ann Scholes. Siobhan Ailish Shea. Peter Shipway. Hayley Louise Saviste. Ellen Marie Swan. Lydia Margaret Thompson. Imogen Trinder. James Timothy Venville. Eleanor Walker. Nicola Jean Warner. Naomi Jade Waverley Hudson. Helena Wynne. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Music and Drama with honours, Matthew Edwards. Oliver Leach. Liam Murphy.
Today we have celebrated the award of your degree. Congratulations. Before I close the ceremony, I just wanted to make a few final comments. I was very pleased to meet you all, and given this was a degree in drama and music, I was not surprised that I did have a thank you, darling. I would like to ask those graduates today to do two further things. As you came up, you all smiled beautifully, mainly I think because you'd navigated the stairs successfully, but you also held onto your hat thinking, what do I do with this thing? Well, you've graduated. So I'd like to invite all of those who've graduated today to please stand and don their caps and mortarboards to signify they are now graduates of the University of Manchester. Very well done, all of you, and I think we should give them a final round of applause. Please to stand up. I'd advise throwing the hats in the air to wait as we go outside or we'll never leave the hall. I did say there were two tasks. While you're standing, we have applauded all of your achievements today, and quite rightly so. But I'd like to give you one final task. I'd like you to turn to your friends and families and thank them for all the support they've given you in achieving your degree and your endeavours today. Thank you to friends and families. I'd now like to ask everybody else to stand as well, please. On behalf of the University of Manchester, I extend to each and every one of you our best wishes for the future. I now declare this ceremony closed.